Just before we start heading overseas, we want to talk a bit about Darryl and the real Darryl, who doesn't necessarily like follow orders. How'd that go for you when you were in the army?
I've always been a rebel. I asked my mum, she can't because she's died a couple of years ago. But no, I've always been a rebel. So, and when I was at school, college, I had troubles, taking orders, and here we are in the army, and yeah, you've got to take orders, so they say. So, before we left, or before we actually started all our work down there at Canungra, they said we had to have a backman to go, and the backman's job is just do all the running for the lieutenants. And what I had to do, but we didn't have a lieutenant, we only had a sergeant run us at the time. So when we got back to Townsville after Christmas holidays, after Canungra,
You broke the golden rule of being in the army.
yeah,
Volunteered.
I volunteered, which is everybody don't ever volunteer when in the army. I volunteered to get us through because they said we couldn't go through, and we were standing in the sun again. Good punishment, that, isn't it? Get out in the sun and make you stand there. We were standing in the sun again until someone volunteered, so I volunteered. But when we got back up to Townsville, beginning of the next I decided I wanted to be with my usual mates. I didn't want to be the Louis Batman. So it come to pass that during the third week back, Corporal Pollard found me and told me the newly installed platoon commander, 8th Platoon, really wanted to see me. I was to go over to C Company headquarters and present myself to him. Stuff him! I don't want to see him at all, was my immediate report. After all, I'd only ever volunteered to be filed with Batman, filed with the sergeant, just to get us through the Canungra. I had no intention of keeping on with that position now that I was back in Townsville and back, I thought, into our normal roles. You will go over there and you will see him now, Jim ordered, getting all serious on me. How will I know him? Because we haven't laid eyes on this man so far. How will I know him then? I asked. I raised eyebrows. Most of us have not laid eyes on him yet. Oh, you'll know him when you see him. He's about this high. And he was only little. And he's got blue eyes, Jim told me. By holding his hand out about 1.2 metres off the ground. Disgruntled, I wandered over to C Company headquarters. At the top of the stairs, there was a few blokes poking about from room to room, but none of them took any notice of me, so I proceeded to find a door that would lead me to the as yet unknown fearless new leader, the one and only Lieutenant Peter O'Brien. Above an open door that said 8th Platoon, I wandered in, and seated behind the large desk, which undoubtedly looked larger because of the diminutive size, was the new boss. All I could see of him was that he had a rounded face, wide between the eyes, and had reasonably broad shoulders. I strolled up to the front of the desk, made a point of leaning on it with my left hand face down on the top. My right thumb and forefinger was spread, resting on the top of my right hip, cocked, and other fingers hanging loose. Yeah, you want to see me? I offered by way of introductions. He looked up from some paperwork and startled and demanded, "Who are you?" "Bishop," I answered quietly. "Stand up straight, and you call me sir when you salute an officer when you address him," he ordered, loud enough that the entire building could have heard him. I stepped back, throwing him the sloppy salute, while thinking to myself, God, we can have some fun with this trip. I leaned on the desk again. "Yeah, you want to see me?" "Sir." "Yes, I hear you don't want to be my Batman, is that right?" "That's right, sir, I don't," I assured him. He stared at me with a pair of piercing light blue eyes that seemed to drill right through me and lock onto the top of the door behind me, as if I didn't exist at all. and he snarled at me in no uncertain terms. "You are, whether you like it or not. Now get over there and wash my shirt and trousers out." Over there was over in his room in the officers' quarters, which was just away from the officers' and sergeants' mess. I did as I was ordered. Next day I was called in the office again. Upon entering, I adopted the exact same approach as the previous day. "Yeah, you want to see me?" This time there was no dressing down as expected, and someone must have got to him since our last encounter and told him that we were not saluting officers in this outfit. Instead he hissed at me, "You didn't starch my shirt and trousers. Now get over there and starch my shirt and trousers out." I stepped back from the desk, rubbed my forefingers and thumbed together a couple of times before presenting an empty palm and said, "Come on, I'm not forking out for it." "Oh, all right, Ben," he said, standing to fish out $2 from his pocket before handing it to me. At the sink in the laundry, armed with a freshly bought packet of starch, I ran some water. In went the shorts and in went half a packet of starch. I then filled in half an hour or so in his room, looking at the regalia he was expected to wear on formal occasions and on parade grounds. I strapped on his ceremonial sword for size, unsheathed it and swung it about. Nice balance. Finally I went back to the sink and took his shorts and out to the line, where I pegged them straight onto it to dry in the tropical sun. Next morning I was called in the office again. I fronted the desk in the now familiar stance and repeated, "Yeah, you want to see me?" "What did you do to my trousers? They were like paws this morning when I tried to get into them." He roared at me, his face all red and contorted, his blue eyes fairly flashing. "I starched them, sir. You said starch them, so I did," I responded with the innocence of a primary school child. "Get out of this office. You're not my veteran will ever in this town again. Get out of here," he responded, standing point towards the door behind me. Beaming with glee, I stepped back from the front of the desk and threw the short ass off at the finest, stiffest, proper salute he'd ever be likely to receive in his entire life, quoting as I did so, "Thank you, sir."
So, technically following orders there, but only in the loosest sense of the term.